Relationship Wednesdays. Love the emotional connection. Our relationship journey introduced us to the journey love. While the relationship journey introduced us to the journey love, the emotional commitment became the relationship love. While the emotional commitment had us be introduced for 20 years in the relationship journey, the emotional connection becomes the birth womb that gives birth to the relationship. And when the relationship are then emotionally in love with the relationship, then the relationship partner becomes emotionally in love with the relationship. And when one emotional partner becomes in love with the emotional relationship, then the other partner can feel the love that are emotionally connecting the relationship, and that becomes the relationship emotional journey that expresses how the partner feels about you, that expresses how you feel about your relationship partner. And while the commitment vow within the marriage, within the relationship vow, the love emotional connection becomes the birth that births the marriage vow, that births the vow of commitment, that in my love CD I emphasize and the honest, the truth, the feeling that combines and that holds the relationship. And when the relationship are then emotionally in love with the relationship partners, then the journey love gives birth to the journey love. And while me, Queen Ribea Elise in the womb, are the love part of the universe, and while no one on earth can explain themselves being born in all acknowledgement to how we were born in these 100 years, and while me, Queen Ribea Elise, can explain myself so thoroughly in Genesis 1 verse 7, that I'm not yet only the seventh baby in the womb, that I'm not yet only the seventh part of the universe, that I'm not yet only the seventh decision making in the opportunity choice that life gives us in all that we learn about our life's choices, that becomes the seventh day, the biblical acknowledgement in all that are right from wrong in our introduction, in our journey, in all that the journey introduces to us, the love commitment, the seventh part of the universe, the seventh womb, the womb that becomes the womb of the seven babies, the acknowledgement of the seventh, in acknowledgement to the seventh biblical day, there are the Sundays right from wrong educational journey, there are the bond that holds the relationship, there are me, Queen Ribea, the love part of the relationship, there are the spelling of my name, there are the heart, there are the 7 in acknowledgement to the seventh journey, to the womb that has completely wombed in my 100 years, to the womb that acknowledges all the decisions that I make in my journey, to the womb that are the 21st birthday celebration that I celebrated in Dubai 2004, to the whom that I acknowledging the 22-year marriage vow that I'm celebrating in this year, to the whom that I acknowledging the 21st birthday century relationship acknowledgement in all that love introduces on our journeys, in all that we introduce the journey love on, in all that love exposes and expresses and impresses us with and excites us with, and in all that the journey echoes concerning your name, Ribea, that are not only a biblical acknowledgement in Genesis 1 where the my name Ribea, scribe, my Queen Mom Universe and George Philander acknowledge and completes the name this season, Ribea, Ribea in acknowledgement, the journey that introduces the love part of the universe in all introduction, in all acknowledgement, in all responsibility, in all sensualness, in all sensibility, in all sexuality, in all that the love responsibility echoes in the name Ribea, the name love, the name in acknowledgement to its introductional journey, that are the name that introduces the birth womb, the name that does not only introduce but that represent, that produce fruit, that presents, the Bible says in Genesis 1 on the 7th day, that represents and that excites. And that excites in all excitement. And when you can't get excited about me, Queen Ribea Elise, in your journey, when you can't get excited about my name Ribea, when my name echo in your ears, when my fashion name R.I. Ribea Boutique Fashion echoes in your ears and you can't respond to it, then hatred has walked next to the name love. And when hatred has walked next to the name love, then hatred was not born in Queen Mom Universe and a George Philander womb, even though it echoes with the womb being the Queen Mom Universe womb amongst humanity. Then hatred walks outside the door in acknowledgement to the love, to the actual emotional connection that are the responsibility, that we have to be committed. And when hatred could not be committed, then it can by no means be born in the Queen Mom Universe and a George throne womb. It was born outside the womb. And in all acknowledgement, it's all parts of our existence that we introduce at. When we introduce being born in all acknowledgement, in all that the biblical journey introduced in its years, in all that the school educational communication introduced, in all that the womb acknowledged in its season's responsibility, then by no means can hate be part of your relationship when it was not found within the womb. When me, Queen Ribea Elise, are the seventh baby, the seventh part of the universe, yet not the baby, but the part of the womb, like the heart educates, where the womb again comes through, the 7th point. And when you spell my name Ribea in the heart, and you draw the heart and you spell my name Ribea in it, then you have to be in love with all that you learn about me on the journey. I've mentioned something in one of my last week's video educations. And I've said, if you have not allowed yourself to be introduced to me, Queen Ribea Elise, when you learned about me on the journey, then you have not allowed yourself anything yet. I mentioned something last week in one of the videos. I say it was an honor in the human resource educational journey officers for all the employees, the directors, to have been introduced to me. They ran into the offices with excitement in all that they've learned about the womb. They were Europeans that have traveled from far in France, far in Germany, Hitler's family line, far in the international European family lines. The one European director was an English manager. And he said, my daughter, I've got 3 sons in all greatness, 4 sons in acknowledgement. And I've arrived safely in South Africa. And I've arrived safely in the chocolate journey. There are the Nestle, Johnson & Johnson Love Educational Journey Communications. And Mr. John Dennett, when he saw me, he got excited. And when you have been introduced to me, my dear, and you can't find the excitement within it, then you have to find out where you are walking in the journey that have been introduced so clearly now 100 years, so thoroughly. Then you have to find out when you are an employee in American television, when me, Queen Ribea Elise, in the womb does not excite you, then you have to find out where you are at in your decision making. When you hear about me, Queen Ribea Elise's introduction, thank you, Ralph Lauren, in a New York Fashion Week 2025-2026, that educates me, Queen Ribea Elise's Fashion 2004 in all excitement. In all excitement that he has learned about me in the womb. When he got employed by the communication in American television. I say New Zealand government. When me, Queen Ribea Elise in the womb, does not excite all of you, then you'll have to find out where y'all are walking at in the communication line that have introduced and that have woomed so thoroughly in our years. When your relationship partner does not excite you, when me, Queen Ribea Elise, are the love part of the universe, and you can't find excitement in me, then you have to find out where your journey are walking with you. And I educated so thoroughly on our podcast opportunity choice on Castbox FM. When your decision making becomes your choice becomes your 40 years. Your 40 years gives birth to your 100 years. And it's celebrated and acknowledged in all acknowledgement. And you can't find excitement in it. Me, Queen Ribea Elise, in Genesis 1 and the 7th day, if you can't find excitement within me, Queen Ribea Elise, Genesis 1 and the 7th day, the excitement of all the sports celebrations once a year, FIFA Ribea, FIFA Rebifa. Rebifa in Afrikaans translations means fear. God that does not fear. The heavenly womb that does not fear. And when you can't find excitement with being introduced to me on the love journey, while I'm being introduced to you, being the love part of the universe, while I say a complete womb part, the love part of the universe, but there's something excitingly interesting about me, Queen Ribea Elise, the seventh baby, the seventh part, where all communications again comes through. The Bible says in Genesis 1 verse 7, where all communications derives from in the universe, where all communications, where all the womb again swims through under the seas. When you can't find excitement in me, Queen Ribea Elise, being introduced to you, then you have to seek within yourself, the Bible says. Where do you find yourself then at in your decision making? I'm God that are not only God of my promises, the heavenly womb that are not only the heavenly womb of its word, but I'm the heavenly womb of excitement, my dear. Your husband, your relationship partner need to be your partner that excites you. May we learn in this love emotional connection to find excitement in how love introduces to us. And to once again allow ourselves to be introduced to love. The journey love with me, Queen Ribea Love.